they come. Pole position will be Kai Walters. Josh Harm will start from position 3. Aidan Raymond. Matt Nelson enters. Max Clark of the New South Wales 15. Tim Acken in the 15 from Gympie. Shane McDonald in the 4. Corey Stein in the number 5 from Toowoomba, two-time Kings Royal champion Greg Walling. Our B main winner Brody Boss. Wayne Gilroy from Mackay. Chuck Garrett's on his birthday, his 50th birthday. Will start from position 23. On the outside of the front row will be Darren Lester from Brisbane. From Toowoomba will be Nathan McDonald. Freddie Scott will start from 6. And Josh Krang will start from 8. Matt Smith, a former national champ and former Kings Royal winner, will start from 10. Former national Super Sedan champion Steve Jordan from 12. Mark Raymond from 14. Brett Barron from 16. Jordan Cunningham, Rodney Pimenta, and a couple more still to come. Look at that on side. Bumpers are for bumping. Rub rails are for rubbing. Go SB48. Brett Barron. I think it is. It's time to sound the bells. Time to turn them iPhones on. Kids, get all those sticks ready. It's time to send them 4 wide for you, the fans. Thank you to everyone that's made this weekend possible, to the drivers, the officials, the volunteers, the crews, the mums and dads, the families. Everyone makes this possible. Come on, Kingaroy, make some noise. We can certainly do a lot better with the iPhones. We'll hold it one more lap.
Come on,
in 4 wide. Come on, turn them phones on. We'll do one more lap of 4 wide.
That's better.
And light this place up. This is the best modified sedan drivers in the country. And they are here in Kingaroy for the Kings Royal. That's better. 4 wide for Ian Butcher Race Parts. Yeah, make some noise on the back straight. Get rowdy in the bar. What a sight, there's no better. In world motorsport, 3 massive nights have come down to this. And now it's time. Behind the Mustang. $50 grueling laps. $26,000 and $10,000 to the winner. Kai Walters and Darren Less from the front row. Kingaroy's Josh Harm from 3. Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond, Brenton Scott, Matt Nelson, Josh Crank, Max Clark and Matt Smith, Tim Atkins, Steve Jordan, Shane McDonald, Mark Raymond, Corey Stein, Brett Barron, Greg Walling, Jordan Cunningham, Brody Boss, Dennis Shellcross, Wayne Gilroy, Rodney Pimenta and Chuck Garrett. Lights are out. This is the 8th running of the Ian Butcher Race Parts Kings Royal. And we're about to go green for 2020. And Walters gets us underway. The national champion bounces through the bottom. Lester looks good on the outside. And Lester and Walters run side by side after the first circulation of this race. They're still side by side, and Lester just leads. Lester and Walters side by side here. They get themselves into a groove. Nathan McDonald up to position 3. Josh Harm back to 4. Raymond is 5th. Matt Nelson 6th. Freddie Scott, Max Clark, and Matt Smith. As Darren Lester holds a good lead. Look at Nathan McDonald. Goes through the hay diddle. And McDonald's having a crack here at your leaders through the middle, Damo.
Nathan McDonald was the fastest lap that time round, and it shows. Have a look at it. We've got 3 wide for the lead, Rhino. Lester, Walters, McDonald, Harm and Raymond. It's a little whack way there to Raymond around the outside now. What a great race, so clean, so far. Matt Nelson, car 61, the exhaust's already starting to glow. Kai Walters leads them around. Lester in 2, McDonald in 3, Raymond. Harmy on his honeymoon. Here comes Nelson as well. Clark's in there. Crane. Matty Smith's up on the outside in the Centura, still wheeling it around. Raymond has a sniff around up underneath Lester now. What can he do, Paul?
Kai Walters it is, out clear at the moment. Fantastic stuff, Kai Walters. Car 59 right in there in position number 2. That's Darren Lester, but have a look at him behind him. Josh Harms in there on the inside. He just loves it down there. We've got Aidan Raymond up high, and we're going to be 3 wide going down the main straightaway. They're all chasing Kai Walters. Raymond straight down the middle. Can he make it stick? Up high, it's Darren Lester. Down low, Josh Harm. Then the 32 up there of the McDonald car as Josh Harm gets a bit of a run down the inside. Aidan Raymond into 2. We're almost 10 laps into the journey. Kai Walters holding them at bay with a good lead around the western corner. We've still got Aidan Raymond, who's decided up there is where he wants to be, but Josh Harm down low on the racetrack, then the McDonald car. Next one coming through will be Matt Nelson, down low on the track from Darren Lester. That's the way they head into the western corner once again, and Australia 1 still leads the way.
And look at Harmy come on the bottom, Paul.
Down the main straightaway, Harmy's got this bottom groove right where he wants it. He and Aidan Raymond side by side. McDonald back then to the man, Matt Nelson is the one right down low on the track as they head down the main straight under the tower once again. And Raymond is slowly catching Kai Walters as they head again into the western corner. Rhino, we're in for a big one. Have a look at the 2 out the front.
Right against the concrete, Kai Walters and Aidan Raymond. This looks familiar, doesn't it? These 2 banging it out. This is what we saw at the national title as we're yellow for Jordan Cunningham. As a fracas happened over there on lap 13, brings our first caution on. And what a start. Brody Boss, our B main winner, has passed a ton of cars already. He's put half the field behind him and he's on the charge and on screen right now. He goes up alongside Josh Krang. Then it's Corey Stein, Greg Walling, Shane McDonald, Rodney Pimenta. Is your restart order with 37 laps to run here. Lights are out. It's time to resume the battle. A massive crowd in the house here in Kingaroy. And the Aussie champ has a raging pack of modifieds behind him with 37 to run, Damo.
Yeah, Kai Walters leads around. Aidan Raymond gets a little bit crossed up. Harvey's up high. McDonald, he's found a bit of get up and go down low. Harvey He's up on the cush now. He doesn't mind it up there either. Mark Raymond comes. Here's Lester's in there as well. Here comes Max Clark.
Look at Brody Boss.
Brody Boss on the inside outside.
Brody Boss is up to position 6. Mark Raymond is up to position 4.
Here we go, Aiden Raymond up underneath Kai Walters now. Walters comes back. Mark Raymond has a sniff down. Slots back into 2.
Raymond and Walters resume the battle. Walters gets after it a little bit here. And Paul, this is a ding-dong battle with 35 to run.
Kai Walters fights off the Aiden Raymond challenge, McDonald, but there's a whole bunch of cars chasing hard. Harmy's got himself back down low on the racetrack where he wants to be. Mark Raymond will be the next one. Then we've got Brody Boss, yes, up high on the racetrack. Matty Smith in there as well. A little bit of push and shove. Back in the pack a little. They lead 2 cars. Have a look at them. They can't get any further up the racetrack. Someone put a concrete wall in the road. It's Kai Walters, Aiden Raymond. You could throw a blanket over both of them. McDonald has dropped back there in position number 3, but the race up the front is absolutely fantastic. Kai Walters, here comes Raymond. Raymond comes down a little bit. Side by side they go down the back straight. Kai Walters gets the drive up a little bit higher. Aiden Raymond slots back in behind him. McDonald is still a distant 3rd. Josh Harm down low as they go down the main straightaway once again and under the control tower. And once again, Aiden Raymond a little lower on the racetrack. He's just sizing it up. I got 30 laps to go. I'll just sit here, see what happens down the main straightaway. Rhino, fantastic stuff.
It's a great battle. Walters and Raymond. We go back to Nathan McDonald in 3rd. Next on the racetrack is Josh Harmon. How about Bossy? Our B-main winner is up to 5th position and railing the concrete at Kingaroy. Bossy on the top is up to 5th and he's challenging for 4th. Look at Bossy rip the top of the racetrack. Harmy and Boss are 4th and 5th. Matt Smith is 6th. On debut in the Centura. Back to Mark Raymond. Greg Walling's going forward now. And Kai Walters still leads, Damo.
Yeah, Kai Walters. He's still holding out in front. Aiden Raymond in behind. It's a long way back. Then to McDonald. Here comes Brody Boss. He has found a groove up there, and I tell you what, he is loving it. Have a look where the cars are sitting. If they set up for the low,
here we go.
Here we go again. Oh,
Raymond
underneath, squeezes Kai Walters onto the wall. Walters comes back.
Oh,
Lester's around.
And Lester's around. It means we go back a lap. Oh. Drama. Yeah, drama. Lester, I'm not sure what happened there as we were watching the lead. But we will go yellow. And Raymond showed his hand. And Kai will go back to the point. Here it is. This is this battle for the lead here that we're talking about. Kai Walters down the back chute. Aiden and Kai so close to each other there. And Kai looks a little tight on the cushion there. And Aiden goes through into the lead, and then on the other side of the racetrack, will go yellow and brings on the caution. And he's got them all behind him. Raymond and McDonald. Boss, Harm. That's your top 5. Lights are out and the restart is coming. This one's got a few more twists and turns yet as we get back underway. And Bossy rails the bottom. Matt Smith makes a run on the bottom of the racetrack. Kai Walters lead. Raymond gets over the cushion and Nathan McDonald goes to position 2. Harmy and Boss are side by side. Matt Smith wants in on this on the bottom. And Smith's up into the top 5 now. And Kai Walters is gone again. And Josh, a fireball for the 55 of Josh Harm. A big fireball.
Fire crew quickly on the scene. He shut it down.
And the way that went up, it looked like power steering. And the Fireys, an outstanding job, and your heart breaks for Harmy. He's out of the car and A-OK. That's still fluid falling. Wow, put your hands together for Josh Harm. Hard luck, champ. You served it up to the best in the country. And Harmy, you can be very proud right now, mate. That thing was rolling around super nice. Here it is. So at the top of screen there, the 55 erupts. He gets off the gas and pulls the car up. Harmy, hard luck, mate. Hold your head up high. You were outstanding out there, bro.
Thanks. I don't know if we'll be back in mods because that was the engine going then. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Got it.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Hard luck, mate. For you, Walters, McDonald, Raymond, Smith, Boss, Max Clark, Mark Raymond, Pimenta Walling, Nelson Barron. The 15 and the 7 are Tim Atkin and Steve Jordan, Scott Stein, Shane McDonald, Shellcross, Lester Wayne Gilroy, Jordan Cunningham, and Chuck Gerrits. 26 laps to run, and this one's got a long way to run. We're still yellow. And there is a heap of fluid. That's where Rocket was parked. You can see that on our ultimate screen right now. Move from Aiden Raymond, and then that yellow light could become pivotal.
Wow.
In the result of this race, because Kai's completely changed. And it's got back on and whipped up the A1, and we're ready to go green again. 26 laps still to run for Ian Botcher Race Parts. Walters in control here in Kingaroy on Australia Day. Nathan McDonald rips the bottom.
Oh, look at McDonald go!
McDonald hits the lead for a brief moment. He might have made contact with Raymond. Matt Smith rails the bottom in the C-Jet. Raymond wants the bottom as well. Kai Walters leads. McDonald is second, Raymond third. Matt Smith and Brody Boss are fourth and fifth. Mark Raymond up on the inside of Brody Boss, and they get into it. Wow, Paul, this is epic. Oh,
Raymond's round. Oh, somehow.
Straight to back up. Max Clark straightening back up. Whoa.
How did Max Clark pull that up? Let's keep going. Kai Walters, Aiden Raymond. McDonald the next one, Smithy still in there. Brody Boss would be the next one. Then we've got the Walling car, and tucked in behind him is Matt Nelson. And then a bit of a gap back to Mark Raymond, who overdid things a little while ago, a couple of laps back. But right now, Kai Walters has got it up on the groove, and it's like it's on rails. Can Aiden Raymond get close enough to him? McDonald's a clear third, but there's a real battle developing back in the pack. Next one through is Brody Boss. Matt Smith's got Greg Walling very close behind him, and also Matt Nelson in there. The action is back there for about position 4 through to 7, as Brody Boss is a little high. Matty Smith right on him. Greg Walling would be the next one, and then Matt Nelson. We go back to our race leader, who is holding the lead and containing that position back to Aidan Raymond. Kai Walters, Aidan Raymond, and a big gap back to McDonald as they go under the tower. We're inside the last 20 laps, Damo.
Yeah, we sure are. Kai Walters leads around Aidan Raymond. McDonald's back down 3. Brody Boss is out.
Oh, no.
Oh, absolute heartbreak. Here comes Matt Clark around Brett Barron now. There's still action aplenty there. I tell you what, here comes Greg Walling up on the back of Matt Smith as well. There's plenty of action right at the back. Lester's there. Steiny's going around him. Brody Boss is in the chute. Kai Walters washed off a little bit of speed there. And Aidan Raymond has a look up on the inside now.
Oh, yellows for Shane McDonald.
Shane,
it was all happening there.
Oh. Shane Mack nearly got into the side of Kai Walters joining back. Aidan Raymond is just sniffing around the back of Kai Walters. Look, I know he's Australian 1, but Aidan Raymond is a bit of a superstar. And he's just sniffing around, and occasionally Kai Walters just doesn't get there. And Raymond just on the inside.
Brody,
hey, here I am.
Brody Boss lost power steering in the first few laps of the race.
So he did that.
And the steering just locked up then, and he had to get out of it. He couldn't do it any longer. So hard luck to Bossy. Railed the thing like a boss. How about some noise for Brody Boss? And Chuck Gerrits and Shane McDonald are into each other under yellow here. Still 18 laps left to run. Kai Walters is in complete control. Greg Walling is there and thereabouts. We go straight back to live pictures as the Royal gets back underway with 18 laps to run. Raymond and McDonald, and the Centura gets up on the inside and moves to position number 3. Kai Walters leads. Raymond is second. Matt Smith is third. McDonald back to 4th. Walling is 5th. Kai Walters and Raymond in control. Look how fast these guys rail the top. Smith just drops off a little. Raymond right behind Walters. Paul, this has got plenty still left in it.
Round the western corner, I tell you what, it's not over. No, not by a long shot. Kai Walters sort of has him covered, but here he comes again. That's what he likes. He likes turn 1. McDonald's got himself back on the outside into position number 3. Matty Smith would be the next one. Then we've got the Walling car and then Mark Raymond. But these two up the front, an absolute gem of a race between the two of them. Kai Walters versus Aidan Raymond. Back then to McDonald, who's got himself up into position number 3. Matty Smith would be the next one. And we've got Mark Raymond looking for the outside pass.
Aidan Raymond up on the inside of Kai Walters. They're banging down the cushion.
There he goes.
And Raymond. Oh, no, they're in the fence.
Oh, no.
And Raymond takes over the lead. Kai Walters back to 2. McDonald's 3rd. And they're still banging down the cushion around Kingaroy. The cushion's nice. And Aidan Raymond leads the Kingaroy with 12 to run, Paul.
Aidan Raymond, Kai Walters, and we go back to the 32 car, and that is the McDonald car, and he's in a safe position, number 3 right now. Matty Smith holding on. The other one up high on the racetrack is Mark Raymond. Then we've got the Walling car, and tucked in there also coming into a little bit of contention is the 42 car of Brenton Scott. So again, not over. Max Quirk is there as well. Go back to our race leader. Have a look where they are, right up high on the boards. Aidan Raymond, Kai Walters, and then the 32 car of the McDonald car, and then a scrap for position number 4, and Matty Smith is tucked in there as the 4 car. McDonald car calls it quits under the control tower. We're down to single figures, 9 to go.
Yeah, Raymond leads it. Kai Walters does not want to back out yet. He's still got a little bit in the tank. It's a long way back then to McDonald. Mark Raymond has a look around the outside of Matty Smith. We've got Scott there as well, Walling and Max Clark. It's about 5 to 6 car lengths back then to Steiny. Let's have a look up the front. Kai Walters has a look up on the inside. This is where the pass is made. He slips shots down underneath. What can he do? Can he hold it? Yes, he does.
He's done it again.
Back on the inside.
And again.
Slide job back. Look at Walters and Raymond.
Again.
Matt Smith is up to 3rd because Nathan McDonald's going off the ball. Look at this battle for the lead in the Kings Royal. 2 of the best in the country. Duking it out. 1st and 2nd. Matt Smith is 3rd. Greg Walling is 4th. Brendan Scott is 5th. Look at this battle. Kai Walters leads with 5 to go, Paul.
Kai Walters, Aidan Raymond. They're half a lap.
Brendan Scott's in the fence.
We're going to bring on a yellow one.
Oh, Brenton Scott has clobbered the concrete on the back straight. And we are yellow. Can I have some noise for Kai Walters and Aidan Raymond? Stop it. OMG. Dishing it up on the cush around Kingaroy. You can keep the classic because modified sedan racing is the absolute best. Wow. They are ripping the cushion. Well, I'm not sure what happened to Nathan McDonald. He went off the ball. How about in 3rd position? Are there any Centura fans here? The Sea-Jetter, Matt Smith, is up to position 3. All right, let's go to the ultimate screen and check out Raymond and Walters absolutely ripping in here. Look at Raymond on the cushion. A little touch from Kai there. Hits the concrete. Raymond back to the bottom. Slide job in front of Kai. Kai slides back up the racetrack to Raymond. And they are on. And this is just absolute champagne.
Those rub rails are rubbing.
Yeah. There's 5 laps to run here. Who's going to win this? No one knows. This is the best Kings Royal feature we've had. No question. They're still on the concrete. Aaron Connolly, you are a superstar. Well done. Your track is absolutely cherry ripe. And that's all we ask for. We want to see the best drivers in the country. Look at Kai.
Oh.
Look at that right rear guard. That's from hitting the concrete around Kingaroy. The cushion is probably about a foot or more high past the bar now. Someone said to me, what's a cush up there at Cush Clothing? That's the cush. That's why we call it Cush Clothing, because it is the coolest part on the racetrack. And Kai Walters has 5 laps between himself and $10,000. The 2 guys behind him, well, the next 3 behind him, have all won this event. Raymond last year, Matt Smith the year before that, and it was Greg Walling the year before that. And there's one other guy that's won one, and he's probably fishing right now And that's Gavin Fletcher. And come on, Fletch. Get your act together, boy. 8th running of this event. It is phenomenal. Flashing yellow lights. Making sure the order is right. Kai Walters in control. Aidan Raymond second, Matt Smith, Greg Walling, Mark Raymond into the top 5, Max Clark, Corey Stein, Nathan McDonald, Nelson, Atkin, Barron, Lester, Cunningham, Jordan, Gerrits, Shellcross and Gilroy. 5 big laps left to run here, Kingaroy. $10,000 awaits for Ian Botcher Race Parts. This is going to be a frantic finish in the Kings Royal. Kai Walters gets the jump. Matt Smith on the inside of Aidan Raymond. Max Clark and Greg Walling make some contact there. Kai Walters and Raymond go at it again. And Paul, here we go. Raymond slides.
Up the inside. No way, says Kai Walters. Kai Walters holds on. Aidan Raymond, look who's got up there to 3. It's another Raymond. Mark Raymond up into 3. Matty Smith back then. Corey Stein's on a move on the outside as well, but will stay with his lead 2 cars. Absolutely unbelievable. Kai Walters, Aidan Raymond. Raymond pokes the nose underneath. There's not enough drive there. He's got to stay up higher. Mark Raymond is on 3. We've got him up on 2 wheels.
It's the same
2
podium.
To go.
It's
2 to go.
2 to go's in the Kings Royal. It's the exact same podium as the national title here at Kingaroy. Raymond on the inside of Kai Walters. White flag comes out. They're into each other for the lead. Raymond, Walters, leaning on each other. Down the back straight for the final time of the Kings Royal. Raymond.
Who's going to get this?
Kai Walters still at each other.
He's got enough.
Check it, flag time. And the Aussie champ, Kai Walters, wins the Royal. Raymond home in 2nd. Mark Raymond 3rd. Matt Smith home in 4th. Corey Stein 5th. Max Clark, Barron Nelson and the likes. The same podium as the national title here in April. Kai Walters wins the Royal from Aidan Raymond and Mark Raymond. Matt Smith and Corey Stein, your top 5. Unbelievable finish to the greatest event. Look at Kai Walters.
That was the coolest race ever.
Put your hands together. Your top 5 roll in formation. We've got some big celebrations to get through. Here's the replay of the last lap and a half on the ultimate screen. Please put your hands together as Kai Walters rolled past.
Oh, look at the contact there.
Raymond did not leave anything to him.
Raymond squeezes him against the wall as well.
Yep, and you know what? Aidan did enough. He didn't put Kai in.
No, that's right. He squeezed him.
And there's the run to the checkered flag.
Wow, that's cool.
There he is, folks. Your winner. Kai Walters wins the Kings Royal. Everyone, please come down to the pits and join us in Victory Lane near the Snack Shack for the trophy presentation. What an absolutely phenomenal event. For everyone at Clay Paview, we are going to sign off as we can't bring you pictures from the pits. So from here in the centre, as Kai Walters rolls through the gate, on behalf of everyone at the South Burnett Speedway Club, thank you so much for your support at Kings Royal. From everyone here, please drive safe and good night.